Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Samaje Perine. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Compton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Come on, let's go!
To throw on 2nd down. Compton going top shelf. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the handoff, this is Howard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. But give to Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Compton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Compton. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet. But right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Howard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here we go!
To throw on 2nd down, Compton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the gun on 3rd down. Compton. And he hits his man, Matthews. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun, Compton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquez Tart. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead grows to 10-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Compton, throw left side, complete. It's Burton. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Catch number 44 of him on the year. It's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The give is to Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Compton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Reuben Foster in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Compton. And Matthews has it right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Compton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Off the play fake. Compton out to his left. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Allen. Well, going deep here for Taylor. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, Compton. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Frank Clark in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Flex round. Flex round.
To throw on 2nd down, Compton. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A final shot before break. Compton. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete here. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run with Howard. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Allen now operating from the gun. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Compton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run with Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and goal, Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And now they'll throw with Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
The pressure there was definitely enough to make him alter his throw, because if he had had time, he had a man wide open and had a chance to get it to him.
Yeah, I think if he had just another split second, that's a completion and a touchdown. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. So out come the Chargers. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down. Compton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malik Collins in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. What?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Compton. He gets it to Matthews. Complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Lucky 56.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Howard. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They go counter with Howard. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Leopard!
They go with Howard again. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit!
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. He can't get him down. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm, or puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive. Compton. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Compton. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Come on, let's go!
From the gun, Compton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Reuben Foster picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mullins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. And they'll indeed take a knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Oakland, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, what else is new? They fall again. That's now 10 straight losses to start the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my